This unfortunate incident that happened in Uromi, Edo State, has been generating serious reactions on social media, which some people has chosen to be obviously biased, tribalistic, and hypocritical about the matter, especially people from the north, owing to the previous incident of the same magnitude or even worse than that have happened in this country. But there is this particular two videos which I'm going to allow you to watch, and this video is from two northerners, maybe one from Fulani and one from Hausa, but just like I told you before, there is no how I can differentiate them. But when you watch this video, you will understand that there are still some Hausas or Fulani who are still reasonable and unbiased about issues in this country. In fact, listen to this first.
With this video, I know I'm going to offend a lot of people, most especially the northerners, to me, that I think might not be, if you are not reasonable, this may annoy you and you may feel bitter. But I think it's high time we tell ourselves the truth. And what is that I want to say? Is it the fact is what has happened in Uromi should be an eye-opener to the northerners. And what do I mean by that? Gone are the eras when people produce children that they cannot cater for. And at the end of the day, the children grow up and go to other states and be doing menial jobs like shushena, cutting of grass, babambola, and the rest of it. That is what is causing sea finish. If I must use that word, just like I used for the military at a point in time, I say now sea finish, they cause all these things. Well, those things may be embedded in the religious, whatever, it may have a religious affiliation, but I actually don't believe in that. Because I have a lot of good Muslims that don't see life that way. They believe in responsibility. I'm not trying to discourage Al-Majri in any way, but the Al-Majri should be well structured in such a way that it shouldn't be an avenue where somebody will produce children that he can't cater for, and the only thing he has left is just to push them into Al-Majri or not be responsible to them. And we should try to get rid of marrying a lot of women and having so many children that at the end of the day we are not responsible. That is what is giving birth to all this. You don't command respect from anybody by so doing. The world is evolving. If you look at it, let's take it memory lane. All that has been happening, the unaliving and the ill treatment, whatever, is just meted on the poor common people you have on the street. That is just it. We have a lot of northerners in the south and the east that are doing well. You dare not take that kind of rubbish to them because you can't stand it. They command so much respect, they command so much resources that if you try to rubbish them, I'm telling you, all hell will lose broke. And you can't stand it. They don't try them. Do you see them being mobbed? They don't mob them. Because these are people that were brought up by responsible parents, responsible families, and at the end of the day, they pursue their career and they relocated to wherever they're going and they establish themselves as an authority. So it's high time we have a debate around that. The era of having children that you can't be responsible for has gone. The world is evolving. And they say the only constant thing in life is change, and only those that have the ability to adapt that survives. Even the so-called violence, a lot of people are threatening to make violence or whatever. It has evolved. You can only make violence on the poor like you. The rich have so insulated themselves with government resources, with so much security that you can't hear them. So at the end of the day, I'm still going to be repeating, it's going to be a battle for the poor against the poor. If you feel retaliation is the answer. That is not just it. And again, I think it's high time as northerners, we should call a lot of our Islamic scholars, our cleric scholars, both Islam and even Christians, that are deceiving you people, that are making you think that this religion is more difficult and this religion is more about sacrificing yourself and not living to enjoy the dividends of life. That era has gone. That era has gone. Let's disabuse our mind from that. The fact is, this life is simple if you understand the basic principles and concept. And it doesn't necessarily mean that you are going to be worldly or you're going to be wayward. You can still maintain your moral and religious stand, and at the same time you are very respected and very objective in everything you do. Look at Saudi Arabia. Are they not Islams? Who dare you assault a person from Saudi Arabia or look down on him? Because There seems to be a kind of a balance. You don't allow a kind of myopic and fanatic scholars to come and ruin your life for you, all in the name of religion. We need to wake up and leave all those stuffs. It's not helping anybody. What I'm just trying to say is, until they not learn to command respect from their counterparts, until they not learn to command respect by living a comfortable and a very respectable life, nobody will respect you. They will think life is cheap. And that is why a lot of all these things will happen. They know there's nothing you can do. All you can do is rant. Or if you even want to retaliate, you can't retaliate on the people that have made this evil. You can only retaliate on poor people like you. I keep saying this. And I'm still going to repeat this, that the problem of the North is the North. Whether you're happy with it or you're not. Let's stop all these things. Let's stop all these things. Development, civilization, and a lot of it will not stop you from practicing your religion. But don't allow people, and I need to say this to the youths, don't allow people that have wasted their life in delusion trying to come and tell you religion the way they feel it's supposed to be, that has not even paid them, has not even favored them. Live your life. At the end of the day, if you're alive so long to see what it takes to be alive and what religion is all about, you get to see that religion is all about being good. Just be good to yourself. Be good to yourself, be good to your neighbors, and nothing more. Forget about the technicalities. Don't bother about people that are not worshiping the same religion with you. This one is not God, this one is... That is not your problem. The problem is just be good and be productive. And you command respect. Bello made a video recently in regards how some of the religious leaders are also beneficiaries from the government. And at the end of the day, the only thing they come to do is, when election time comes, the cleric scholars will call you and tell you that this is what we should do, this is what we do, without knowing on the ground that they have been collecting money and they have been beneficiaries. And you now, you think you're doing something in the name of religion. In the name of religion, that you're doing it for the sake of religion and holiness, and at the end of the day, it's messing up your life. Don't allow people that have lived their life and have enjoyed and have that are even benefiting on your ignorance to ruin your life. Live your life free. Religion is not difficult. Just be good, be happy, love yourself, love your neighbor. That is the summary of religion. Forget about technicalities. Everybody may not understand or do the same thing you're doing, but that is fine as long as his own doesn't affect you. And that is just it. We need to have this discussion. There is need for the North to wake up. Be in tune with changing times. That is what I'm trying to say. Let's not shy away from the truth. Look at other parts of the country. They concentrate on things that develop them, progress them. You have a lot of millionaires and billionaires in their own part. But when it comes to the North, all we talk about is all about religious difference and tribal difference. Where is it taking us? How has it benefited anybody? Nobody. Rather, it's associated in making you so primitive that when you go to a lot of places as a result of your appearance due to poverty, people think you are a terrorist. People think you are a rebel. People think you are a problem. Even when in heart you are not. So till you get to make yourself better, nobody will respect you. Nobody will appreciate you. And most importantly, say no to fanatical religious ideologies. Live your life. Live free. Try your best. Believe in God. Love humanity. Love yourself. And that is the summary. Nothing more.
Killing of travelers in Uromi in Edo State has been the top of the news. But then today I am going to present it to you in a very different way that you have not seen it. And probably you are going to see the way you have contributed negatively to this killing, or probably the way somebody that you know have contributed negatively. Then I will also talk about the solution, the lasting solution. Me, I always go for lasting solution. The first thing I want to talk about is, please don't bring emotions here. You may not like what I will say here, or you may like what I say, but please, I want you to be logical. I want you to listen to it logically, because I'm going to tell you the real truth here, the right thing, the exact thing that happened. What has occurred that they didn't tell you, right? The first thing is transfer of aggression is the real thing that happened right there in Uromi. If you observe, it has occurred that the same people of that Uromi has protested before because of herdsman killing, the Fulanis killing them, raping their women and all that. That is what is present in the news. Okay, now to anybody, you know, sometimes it is easy for you to take decision based on the fact that you are in the other side. But if you switch the coin, right? Let's see how it is going. Your reaction is going to be like. For anybody that have find itself in such situation, for any place, right, any community, it is very easy for them to transfer the aggression when they see people that are similar. Hausas, that hunters, innocent hunters are not Fulanis, or they are not the kidnappers. There is no any evidence to show that they are kidnappers. But then, because there is an existing anger, they immediately transfer it into these people, and they killed them in a very, very, very dangerous way, in a humiliating way. Okay? Now, what is the background story that I want you to understand a little bit? That is why I say don't bring in emotion. First of all, if you have been following, you will see that there have been videos of Fulanis going to people's farm, cutting their cassava and give it to their cows to feed. Their cow is their investment. The Fulanis, their cow is their investment. Then the people's cassava is their own investment. So it means they are destroying other people's investment in order to build their own investment. But what happened? If you bring up such videos to the internet, what happened is that the northerners, right, will try to justify it, saying that they're saying all sorts of things just to justify it, while the West and other places, right, they will try to what? Say how evil it is and other, which means two people, two different regions, right, cannot agree on the reality. All of us are playing around it. And I'm taking you to somewhere why the government will never take us serious. Right? Then the next thing is, look at the reactions of this incident from the south and the north and other parts. You see that the northerners are condemning it so much. It's so dangerous. But the southerners, when they condemn it, they will bring in previous incidents that are occurred. But they will now say that, okay, look at them, they have this Fulani, they have done this, they have done this, they have done this before, which means they are not really condemning it as the people in the north are condemning it. Right? Now, I'm taking you somewhere. Now, the next thing is, what is the solution? What is the solution? The solution is very simple and very difficult to effect it. Almost all of us know, but it is very difficult to effect. The first thing is, we need to agree on evil, irrespective of the region we are. If you are from the north, if there is an evil, it is an evil. You don't care who is involved. What you worry about is, this thing is evil and it should be fighted. We should collectively fight it. If a Fulani man come out with video on the internet tomorrow that, okay, this video is cutting people's cassava and all that, we should collectively fight it and ensure that that Fulani man is brought, the guy is punished under the law. If a southerner, like it happened now, let's all agree, it doesn't have to be only north or south or east. Let's all agree and fight it the same way we fight the Fulani man. If something happened to Muslims that is bad, either government or whatever, let's all Muslims and Christians come together and fight it as evil. This is an evil thing and we disagree with this. If something happened to the Christian, let's all of us come together and fight it as evil, that this is evil and we cannot tolerate it. If there is an injustice to some people, a group of people, let's say for instance now, what is happening with Shia people, right? What is happening with them now? It happens that you are not among them, but it is clear that this is an injustice. For instance, I'm just saying an instance, I'm not sure it is the lawyers that can decide this, right? Let's all fight it. It doesn't matter, you are not a Shia, you are a Sunni, you are a Perika, you are a Christian, you are what. Let's all condemn it. The reason for this is this. The reason for this is that if we are always taking side because that side is not favoring us, then anytime that there is a switch, right, let's say, for instance, if now they are doing it with, let's say, Shia, and the Shia, it's an operation, it is clear, for instance, that what they are doing, the Shia people are doing is right, is that the government is oppressing them, and you are siding with government because you are not a Shia member. Tomorrow, when the government come for you, Shia will also side with the government. Next tomorrow or any other day, when the Shia come for Christians, we, the most other Muslims, will also side with the government. And that is how it will continue. We will not be able to get effective solution to the problems we have in Nigeria. If something happened to Muslims, let CAN, the Christian Association of Nigeria, come out and defend and say it. Then they should condemn it. They should work tirelessly as well to see that if it is government that is oppressing Muslims or some this, let's all come out together and fight it. If it is Christian that is being oppressed, the Association of Muslims should work hard in order to ensure there is justice. Justice doesn't have religion. It doesn't matter you are a Muslim, you are a Christian, it doesn't matter you are a Shia, you are whatever, it doesn't matter where you are from the south or you are from the north. If you do not collectively focus on fighting justice, what will happen is that each time there is need for people to come together and fight injustice, there is going to be division. And once there is division, that is where the government is going to be using, and that is how they are going to continue to destroy the country. Had it been that Muslims, not Christians, the Northerners, the Easterners, and the Westerners used to fight collectively for common problem like this, when this incident happened now, when everybody come out, those people from that Uromi, they will nearly run away. And people will not try it again. This is it. The division is what is causing everything that is going on.
Confirm. Now, if everybody should be this sincere and unbiased about issues in this country, I don't think we will be where we are today in this country. But of course, you understand that the major issue we are facing in this country is ethnic bigotry, religious fanaticism, selfish and unreasonable people in this country. But of course, I am going to allow you to share your own thought with me on the comment section. And of course, you know the vibe now. Click on that subscribe button, follow, and share for more updates. Because like this, we move.